So, when you are seeing it, the 2022 MLB All-Star Game will be in about an hour, half an hour or so. And if you remember, the past couple weeks, I've been keeping track of who's an All-Star, who's not, trying to predict the roster. Well, we're going to go over the results with the game happening literally today. I checked the MLB website right before they just to make sure I did not forget anyone, because one actually did slip by me, so good thing I did double check that. So we're gonna be playing hit or miss. Okay, so if I hit, that means I got the All-Star. I guess that person will be on the roster correctly, and if I missed, then clearly they weren't on the roster and I put someone else in their spot. So let's go through this, starting with the American League and then to the National League. So American League, for first baseman, I had Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Luis Arraez at the Twins. Both hits. Got them both correct. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was sort of a lock because of popularity. And then we have Luis Arraez, Anthony Rizzo was sort of my debate too, and Ty France was who else I was trying to decide with. But finally I picked Luis Arraez. Anthony Rizzo was not even on the roster, and Ty France eventually got in. So the injury to his elbow sort of helped me with that one, but Luis Arraez did get on. Next, we have Jose Altuve and Andres Gimenez for second base. Again, 2 for 2 on the hits, right there. So far, I'm perfect. Altuve is not going to play because he got hit in the knee, and Andres Gimenez has just been having a very good season. I had Santiago Espinal, but at the last second, I took him out because I had 3 second basemen here, and there's only 2 that made it. Next, Rafael Devers and Jose Ramirez for third baseman. Again, 2 for 2 on the hits. I'm perfect right now. Devers starting, Ramirez backing him up, both doing an amazing job. And this is where I see the streak end. I have Bo Bichette, Tim Anderson, and Xander Bogaerts. Only Anderson and Bogaerts made the roster. Bo Bichette is not on the roster at all. I think that's just because I like Bo Bichette so much that I put him in here. Even though it's not the greatest season, I thought the fan votes might push him in, but no. For catchers, Alejandro Kirk and Jose Trevino. Again, hits, perfect, got it. For the outfield, this was very interesting. I had Judge, which was a hit, Trout, which was a hit, Stanton, which was a hit. Now, those 3 were starting. I made the video after they released the starting lineup. I was trying to predict the rest of the roster, so those 3 were sort of a given. Byron Buxton, yes. Austin Hayes is not on the roster at all. That is a miss. I thought he would be the Orioles' lone representative. We will get to them later. Kyle Tucker, hit. Julio Rodriguez is a hit. I was sort of on the fence. Like, do I put Julio on here or not? Thank goodness I did. That is a hit right there for Julio Rodriguez. Very proud of that one. For DH, Jordan Alvarez, a hit. Shohei, a hit. And Miguel Cabrera was already announced to be the legacy pick, so he sort of was a given he was going to be there. So, again, all hits. Now, for the National League. Not as well on this one. For third baseman, we're starting with Alonso, who was good. CJ Cron with a hit. Paul Goldschmidt with a hit. And Christian Walker. I don't know what I was thinking on Christian Walker. I mean, I think he went off for like a week, hitting a couple home runs and stuff like that. I'm like, Christian Walker can be there. Let's have 4 first basemen. Yeah, why not? That was a miss. And then Jeff McNeil hit. Josh Chisholm, a hit. Both second baseman, got it correct for the National League. Third base, Nolan Arenado, correct. Manny Machado, correct. Brandon Drury did not make the roster. Again, one of the players that was like, he's going to be the lone representative for the Reds. Everything's going to be good in the neighborhood. It was not. For shortstop, Dansby Swanson, a hit. Trey Turner, a hit. Good job there. Wilson Contreras and Travis d'Arnaud, both correct. Boom. Now in the outfield, we got Ronald McDonald, Acuna Jr., hit. Mookie Betts, a hit. Jock Peterson, Kyle Schwarber, and Ian Happ, 5 for 5 on first baseman on outfielders, getting a hit. Now, DH is interesting, okay? So, it was well known that Bryce Harper was not going to play, okay? I did not write down Bryce Harper, but it was a given that he was going to be the All-Star. He ran away with it. He won the vote, but I didn't put him on the roster because, he had a broken thumb. He wasn't going to play, and I knew William Contreras was going to be a backup. So I didn't have Bryce on my roster, but I knew Bryce was going to be here. So I'm counting that as a hit as having Bryce here. So like having the first DH and then the backup DH. It's the starting DH. So then I needed a backup DH, if that makes sense. And I had Luke Boyd, who's not on the roster. So what I'm trying to say is I got that half wrong. We'll get to it in a second. And then Albert Pujols with the legacy pick. He was going to be there, obviously. Trying to predict the pitchers was a little interesting. So For starters, I think I went perfect on the starters. Because we have Verlander, yes. Alek Manoah, yes. Nestor Cortez, yes. Ooh, I did not go perfect. I just remember what I missed. Shane McClanahan, yes. Martin Perez, yes. Paul Blackburn, yes. Framber Valdez, correct. I did not have Garrett Cole because I went by the rules where you had to have 7 starters, 5 relievers. On this one, they released 9 starters and 4 relievers because they had Shohei Ohtani here as well. I'm not counting that one against me since Shohei was there for the DH. Technically, he is a person on the roster. I didn't put him in both spots, so Garrett Cole is not here. But other than that, I would have been perfect. I just forgot a dude. For relievers, Clay Holmes, yes. Gregory Soto, yes. I had Ryan Pressly of the Astros. That is a miss. Emmanuel Clase, yes. And I had Scott Barlow, who's not here. Scott Barlow did not make the roster. But he would be the Royals representative, and he was not. That turned out to be Andrew Benintendi. For the National League, for the pitcher, Tony Gonsolin, correct. Joe Musgrove, yes. Corbin Burns, yes. Sandy Alcantara. Those 4 were for sure, and the rest of the way, I was on the fence, okay? I had no clue who to pick. Spencer Strider was a miss. Mackenzie Gore was a miss. Zach Wheeler, a miss. Those last 3 were misses. A case could be made for Zach Wheeler. Spencer Strider was just striking everyone out, and Mackenzie Gore, I don't know. I just needed someone. I had no clue. For relievers, Edwin Diaz, yes. David Bednar was a given since the Pirates are trash. Josh Hader was a given. I had Taylor Rogers here. Didn't really know who to pick. At the time, he was the save leaders, and I had Tanner Rainey because the Nationals needed someone on this goddamn roster. I know Tanner Rainey wasn't the best, but at the time, I did not think Juan Soto was an all-star, so that's why I picked Tanner Rainey. And then I picked Shane McClanahan to start the game. In my 2 times doing this, I picked Nestor Cortez, but I switched it to Mr. Shane McClanahan. I was correct about that. I did not predict for Clayton Kershaw. I had Sandy Alcantara to start the game. Clearly, I didn't even put Clayton Kershaw on my roster. So people that are injured who aren't playing, so Bryce Harper, broken from. George Springer, who I didn't think was an all-star either. Jordan Alvarez is out. Josh Hader's out. Arenado's out. Carlos Rodon, who replaced Josh Hader without himself, Jose Altuve out. Josh Chisholm, Mike Trout, Garrett Cole, Verlander, Burns, Matt Fried, who I didn't have. Star Marte, who I didn't have either. Who replaced them? Garrett Cooper took over Bryce Harper's spot. So Garrett Cooper's on the roster, didn't have him. Corey Seager didn't have. JD Martinez, who replaced them. Carlos Rodon, Austin Riley, glad he made it. Tyler Anderson, for some reason. Still scratching my head at that one. Santiago Espinal, Jake Cronenworth, okay. Ty France should have made it the first time. Jordan Romano there. Liam Hendricks, shocked that not Dylan Cease, another pitcher on his own team. And yes, you can have pitchers, a reliever plays a starter because Josh Hader was out, got replaced by Carlos Rodon. Then Carlos Rodon got replaced by Hendricks or Jordan Romano. One of the two, I forget. So you had a reliever replaced with a starter. Wait, did I just say Carlos Rodon? He's in the National League. Oh, I just said 2 American League and then switched to the National League. Miles Michaels, I think, replaced them. Or Devin Williams, who also made it. And then Freddie Freeman, who made it. So the people I had Scott Barlow on there, Bo Bichette, Austin Hayes, and Ryan Pressly. So that is 4 that I got wrong. Other than that, I was perfect on guessing the American League. I only missed 4. For the National, I had Christian Walker on there, Brandon Drury, Luke Boyd, Mackenzie Gore, Strider, Zach Wheeler, Taylor Rogers, and Tanner Rainey. So again, I didn't have George Springer / Corey Seager, didn't have Andrew Benintendi, didn't have Garrett Cole, didn't have Jose Lopez. That was the other one. Jose Lopez is who I missed for the for the Orioles. So I didn't have him predicted. 88% is where I went for the American League, only missing 4 guys. And then for the National League, Star Marte didn't think he was an all-star. Juan Soto didn't think he was an all-star. Miss Matt Fried, Mitch Luis Castillo. I think it should be Brandon Drury. Clayton Kershaw, starting the game, didn't have him on the roster. Ryan Helsley, glad he made it for the Cardinals. And Joe Mantiply. Who are you? I know you're on the Diamondbacks, but who are you? I've never seen you pitch a day in my life. I can't tell you one thing about you. 79%, I'm predicting that. So now, who are some people... So I have my list of snubbed and watched 2 YouTube videos compiled the list of people that were snubbed. just to go over this. Carl Rendon eventually made it. Freddie Freeman, Austin Riley, Ty France, Devin Williams were 5 people that were on snub list that didn't make it. Carl Kerr was on the list, never saw it. Never saw him as an All-Star. Will Smith was on my original roster to be an All-Star. He did not end up making it. We have Dylan Cease. It's like the MLB's like, hey, people are complaining Dylan Cease is an All-Star, so we're going to do everything possible to not make him an All-Star. We're going to put Liam Hendricks in there before him. We're going to put Jordan Romano in there before him. We're just going to put every other pitcher in there except for Dylan Cease. It was shocking. Taylor Ward, if he would have stayed healthy, I think would have made it. Josh Bell didn't make it. Zach Wheeler in there in Norway somehow didn't make it for the Phillies. Jonah Heim, I can see it, but not really. Kevin Gossman, Jose Abreu, never saw it. Tommy Edman, he was originally on there and fell off. And Brandon Drury, who I mentioned, didn't make it. So, honestly, I think I did pretty good at predicting the rosters. Now, them releasing the lineup, the starting lineups helped. The fan voting helped a lot. If I went back and looked at my original roster to what the roster turned out to, it was a lot different. I think I had some of the key players there, but I needed to do a lot of filling in. And as the weeks went on, people cemented their spots in the All-Star roles. When I said I actually missed one before I started this, I did not realize that Freddie Freeman was an All-Star until last night. Or he was at the game, the home run derby last night. And I double-checked the roster, because I'm like, it just sort of stuck in my head and weird. Freddie Freeman's hanging out with Mookie Betts and all that, but he's not an All-Star. Weird. And then I double-checked and like, oh, Starling Marte's out and Freddie Freeman's in. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that happened. So Freddie Freeman's an All-Star. He deserves it. I'm glad he made it. But no, other than that, that's the end of this video. I'm done with the All-Star content, so we're going to see what's next. I have no clue what's next. Probably go back to posting TikToks. Bye.